Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm Kim and this is Emmett.
Hello.
And tonight we're doing our first ever Jacobi team cooking show. Tonight we're going to be showing you how to make a Loco Moco. And Emmett, this was a childhood favorite of Emmett's growing up. He was born and raised on the big island of Hawaii. And in fact, this dish originated on the big island of Hawaii. So Emmett, can you tell everybody what are the components of a Loco Moco? What is a Loco Moco?
Okay, a Loco Moco is sticky white rice, or any kind of rice, and a hamburger patty. You know, you can get fancy. You can just have a frozen patty, cooked of course. And then an egg, brown gravy, all together right on top of each other. And you can put all kinds of toppings and it's delicious. It's the best comfort food ever.
Yeah.
For me.
So we're going to get right into it.
Okay, so first off, we're going to jump into making some rice. So I like this short grain Calrose rice. And instead of measuring, I learned a little trick a while back. When you have rice that's like a 2-to-1 ratio, you can just pour it in there. And I'll tell you the water. First thing you want to do is you always want to wash your rice really well, because otherwise it's all like sticky and weird. So see all that milky stuff coming out? That's what you're washing out. So I like to wash the rice at least like 3 times. Sometimes it's really dirty. Sometimes it's not as bad. So we're just going to rinse it out. And then I'll show you my little measuring trick. More. The one bonus about white rice is it cooks in like 20 minutes. So nice and quick. And this is a really quick meal. That's one of the reasons that it's like a family favorite. Okay, got it strained out the 3rd time. So every time it gets a little bit less milky. All that stuff's gone. So the trick that I learned was you have the rice, you fill up some water, and then you put your finger right on top of the rice that's underwater until it hits your first knuckle on your pointer finger. Right there, the first knuckle. And once you've done that, then you got enough water. And then you go over here to the stove, fire it up on high, and put the cover on, and when it boils, we'll turn it down to 20 minutes on low, and we'll be set. So next we're going to jump into the burger. So we've got 2 pounds of burger here, and breadcrumbs, salt, garlic, black peppers, and onions. And so we're pretty onion heavy, so we're going to actually do a whole onion. So we're going to chop an onion up. And you can always have less onions. And then also, like I said before, you can always go with like a frozen hamburger patty if you want. Or you could go fancy. These are like grass-fed, organic, delicious burgers. Okay, so to cut the onion, we want to make nice uniform cuts. So we're going to go horizontal after the half cut. Cut through it. Once we've done that, we go up and down. Really quick, easy way to make nice uniform cuts. Really helpful to have a sharp knife. So,
One thing that I want to mention is we will be putting the recipe on our page, on the event page in the discussions after the live cooking show is over. So if you guys want to try this at home, you'll have the recipe.
Fair enough. Okay, onion's almost cut up. And then we're going to go into the mixing. Again, this is a really simple, really easy dish. You can get all super fancy if you want to, or you can go and just be super easy. But kind of a fun thing is, like, I've seen this dish all over the place. Anytime where there's like some kind of Hawaiian food somewhere, poke bar or something like that, sometimes you see someone has a Loco Moco in there. Okay, so we're going to put all of these onions. Again, we're like super onion happy over here. So we're going to mix this whole onion in. You can just put a half in, you can put none in, whatever you want to do. Then we're going to add in about 3/4 cups of breadcrumbs. We're going to put in some salt. It's a couple pinches. That was a big pinch. We're going to put in some garlic powder, black pepper, and you can tweak this and make it however you want it to make it. Oh, that's about right. Now we're going to add in a couple of eggs. The eggs kind of act as a glue. It sticks it all together, and the breadcrumbs make it all kind of nice and moist. And here's the fun part. You get to go crazy mixing it. So you just squish it all. You got to get in there and get dirty. Do it this way. Frozen pack out of the freezer. Throw it around the barbecue.
He makes the best burgers. So even if you're not making Loco Mocos, if you want to use that portion of the recipe to make just the burger patties for burger night, it's really yummy.
Yeah, we got one kid that likes it super oniony. One kid doesn't like it super oniony. And everybody's different. But once you get a good squeeze in there, it'll all be mixed in nice and neat. So after this, we're going to go ahead and form up one. So again, this is 2 pounds, so you can make half-pound patties. If you like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab a big old handful like this and call that a 1/2 pound. That's a fatty. And I like to squish it into a ball first, kind of get it all squished together. So in Hawaii, in Hilo, I grew up on the Big Island. There's this place called Cafe 100, and they are the home of the loco. So they have all kinds of different Loco Mocos. They got the Terry Burger Loco, you got the Mahi Mahi Loco, you name it, you can make it a loco. And it's all the same components. And we used to go, you know, like surfing and then go and have a loco or a double Loco Moco, which is basically double what I'm doing right here. And it was awesome. Fond memories. Okay, so here is my burger, getting nice and flat and fat. Okay, and they'll get a little bit smaller on the barbecue. But, so there we have it. So what we're going to do is we're kind of like expedite this whole thing. This is our forming of the burger, but we're going to jump right into, I'm going to put this on a plate here. So I'll form the rest of them up later. I've already cooked one. And let me wash my hands really quickly, so that we can kind of jump right into what it looks like.
When you're making this in real time, what's the order? You start the rice.
Yeah, you can start the rice because the rice is good even after it's cooked. You can just let it sit on the stove for a little bit, and it's going to still be nice and warm. So I would do just like we did it, the rice first, do the burger, and then while you're cooking the burger, the rice will finish up, and then your hot burgers will come off the barbecue, and the rice is nice and hot. And then we're going to jump right into the next 2 parts, which is making this gravy, which is like a secret recipe. And okay, so the last 2 things we're going to do, I'm going to move this pan back here. And so we're going to cook up an egg. This goes on top of the rice, the burger, the egg, the gravy, and then there's some other fixings we can put on after that. So for the egg, usually the eggs were like sunny side up, and I didn't always like the sunny side up, so you can flip them, and you can make it like hard or over medium, or however you want to cook your egg. You can even scramble it if you want. Again, there's no wrong way to make a loco. So once this butter melts, finally. Okay, we can just jump right into the gravy also. Do some multitasking. So the gravy, easiest gravy ever. Bag gravy. And you could get fancy on making the gravy, but for me, like going back to Cafe 100, I swear they had bag gravy because like that's the flavor. It just tasted so good. So we're gonna go bag gravy. So the gravy is super easy. Cold water, 1 bag each. So 1 cup water to 1 bag of gravy. So we have 4 of us eating tonight. So we're gonna just throw in this gravy into the cold water. You don't want to put it into the hot water, then it'll make little gravy dumplings. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Just start stirring that. I can get back to that. Going back to this egg here. We got our beautiful outside eggs. Oh my goodness, I broke it. Oh well. That's the way I wanted it.
Those eggs are from our chickens.
Broke it. I got too aggressive. That's alright. Again, you can't screw up a loco. Unless the rice isn't cooked. You don't want that.
So, let's show them what the gravy's doing.
Gravy is warming up. Takes a little bit. As soon as the gravy gets to boiling, it'll thicken, and then it's done. Super, super easy. Right. So I wonder how many people have had a Loco Moco.
They're delicious. I had one at Cafe 100 on the Big Island, and it was amazing. Their menu was just one thing, the Loco Moco, but they had tons of different options, you know, like instead of a burger, you could put ribs on it or chicken or something, but they're really good.
It's pretty good.
And of course, our kids love them.
Yes. Yeah, we have to tell them we can't have locos because you can only have locos every once in a while. Okay, so gravy. Might have wanted to start the gravy first, but that's okay. So for the egg, I'm going to go ahead and flip it.
And I notice our rice is boiling.
Rice is boiling, so we're going to turn it down to low. So that's it up. So low for 20 minutes. And yeah, as this thing is all coming together, you can see it doesn't take much to make it. Doesn't take much time to make it, especially if you prepped it out. And but it sure is good to eat.
How's our gravy looking?
Gravy's taking a little bit of time.
So I don't know if you saw, but Emmett's apron, I made that for him, and we call him Chef Emmett because he is a very good cook. He cooks some amazing meals for our family, and he did actually go to culinary school when he was a younger man in France, and so that's kind of why we thought it would be fun to do a cooking show for you.
I love to cook. I'm not a chef, but I love to cook, and so I like to share that with the people that are around me and you guys.
So why don't we go ahead and show you the finished product, even though the gravy hasn't thickened up yet all the way.
Yeah, we could start on getting that plated.
So I'll keep stirring the gravy while you start plating.
All right, so we can.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully you guys can all see that.
Okay. So first.
Okay, so first off, we're going to put some rice. And you can have a single Loco or a double Loco Moco. So we're going to do a single, which is basically one nice big glob of sticky white rice. And then what I did was I just went ahead and I cooked a burger already. And I'm going to slide that right on top of this. Nice big beautiful burger. And then Kim's coming over with the gravy. So again, rice, meat, and then I like to put the gravy on next. And then the egg. So we have, thank you, Vanna. Here's some gravy. You can go crazy with the gravy. You can go easy. All right, now here's the egg that I broke. That's okay. There's no wrong way. Okay, so there's the Loco Moco. Super easy. Then from here, you can go even crazier. You can get soy sauce. I like the Kikkoman. You can have furikake, which is a nori mix. Some ketchup, if you like. I always like to put a little bit of green onions on top. Makes it look fancy before you devour it. And that is it. Super easy and super yummy.
Well, thanks for joining us, and I hope you guys try this meal. It's delicious. That's what we're having for dinner tonight. So we'll be doing another cooking show in a few months, and we hope you join us then.
Yeah, let us know if you like this, and you guys have a great night. Happy holidays.
Oh yeah, mushrooms.
Oh.
So we got a couple comments here.
Oh, mushrooms?
Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Taylor. Mushrooms would go great on this.
Definitely.
So yeah, that would definitely work. It's delicious. Okay. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.